That's Nick.
And that's Joseph. And today we're here to talk about Banana Split, which which will be available on VOD March 27, 2020, courtesy of Vertical Entertainment. It premiered at the 2018 Los Angeles Film Festival, and it's the directorial debut of Benjamin Kasulke, who previously was director of photography on a number of features. Notably, a couple that I liked were Lynn Shelton's Laggies and Safety Not Guaranteed.
This film is about a high school senior named April. Mm-hmm. She is in a relationship with a young man named Nick. Mm-hmm. The opening scene is sort of a montage of their relationship, which starts out very lovely, but starts to deteriorate, lots of arguing, all within like 2 to 3 minutes, mm-hmm. and culminates with them breaking up. So we are sort of thrown into her life as a single high school student who is like upset.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, just like nothing worse could happen. Mm-hmm. Her two best friends try to console her and convince her to go out. She goes to a party and meets up with a girl named Clara, who she has found out is seeing her ex, Nick. And the film revolves around these two, April and Clara, becoming the best of friends. And how their relationship evolves over the course of like their senior year, right before they're heading off to college. It's pretty predictable. They end up getting into a big fight and separating as friends. But right before they both go off to school, they reconcile and presumably live happily ever after. Yeah.
So Banana Split was written by Hannah Marks, who plays April, co-written by Joey Power. I think it's worth noting Hannah Marks she's appeared in a number of things, but she directed a film in 2018, co-directed a film called After Everything, which featured Marissa Tomei, and I think she has a couple other projects in the eaves, as they say. So obviously she's very young but very talented. Her co-star Liana Liberato as Clara, I've seen in a number of things. I was thinking of that movie David Schwimmer directed, Trust, where she plays the victim of a pedophile online.
Oh.
Dylan Sprouse was one of the two boys from Big Daddy, Adam Sandler's Big Daddy.
He plays Nick.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's the two girls have a go-between that I found very obnoxious, named Ben, played by Luke Spencer Roberts.
This film's supposed to be a comedy.
Mm-hmm.
The comedy the attempt at it is there. So I left this film feeling like I didn't relate to it because I'm not a teenage white girl in high school. But that doesn't mean I can't enjoy films about said subject, mm-hmm. like
Lady Bird,
or
well, you didn't see Booksmart, but this felt
Easy A.
This felt kind of like
even Mean Girls,
a B version of Booksmart to me.
Yeah, there are a number of films that are sort of occupy the same world, mm-hmm. that are funny, relatable to all types of audience members. This film felt very specific. As a result, a lot of the dialogue didn't connect with me. It felt kind of like artificial, but I don't know. Again, it didn't.
Well, especially their scene where they bond at the party.
Oh my God. So right away, when they first meet at this party, they're both drunk and decide that, well, they end up like lip syncing to a rap song I've never heard before.
No, they're singing.
Well, they're rapping to it.
Yeah. Well.
But not very well. I found that to be kind of uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. And from there, they decide to be the best of friends. Their relationship is interesting because they both are aware of their history with Nick. So they talk about him with varying degrees of depth. Mm-hmm. They set these guidelines, which I found interesting.
Well,
the crux of the issue for me is I don't understand their relationship and how they become so close enough that I don't even know if it's a spoiler because we already said that they break up and come back together. But at the very end of the film, they reconcile and they both say they love each other. Mm-hmm. And I'm not sure how I was supposed to take that. How did you take it?
As friends.
As friends, okay.
Like, like Barbara Hershey and Bette Midler in Beaches. Maybe.
Okay. So if that's the case, I don't really understand how their relationship grew that quickly. Also, the sort of the crux of their downfall is this boy who Clara is really, for most of it, seems like he's just like this guy she's hooking up with. Mm-hmm. So why is she so like attached to him all of a sudden when she finds out that he is texting April? Comes out of nowhere. Also, their little friend, their go-between Ben, who I thought looked like the daughter from Hereditary, he's close with Nick, but we really don't get a sense of like what their relationship is like. There's a scene where Ben, April, and Clara are having dinner, and Nick attempts to call the three of them, and Ben is like in a panic, as if Nick is going to kill everyone if he finds out that they're all hanging out. I didn't understand the sort of gravity of that situation. It just seems very basic, like the entire story. But again, that's kind of what it is to be a teenager. Like
Sure.
Everything has so much meaning. But then these people don't really seem like high school seniors to me. I mean, it's been 23 years since I've been in high school, 24 years, but I didn't relate to them at all.
No,
Or the humor.
and I never believed that a character like April didn't have ulterior motives for becoming so intertwined with Clara. And I think it could have been mined for that kind of uncomfortable tension that would have not been dispelled so easily. But here we are.
Here we are. I think the film looks good. I think their acting is okay. The issue for me was the dialogue.
Yeah.
And just the general storyline.
Yeah, it's just too basic at the end of the day. That I didn't really innately have a problem with it. It's just...
Is this film rated R?
I don't know what it's rated.
So what I would have liked better was something a little more devious, like these two girls get together and realize like Nick is trash and they kind of want to like destroy him the way he's kind of destroyed them. That would have been a more fun story.
And there have been films that are kind of like that. What was that? Was John Tucker Must Die kind of like that? Do you remember?
I don't recall.
I would like to shout out, as April's mother, Jessica Hecht, I thought was kind of funny from Friends and...
See, I didn't like the mom.
See, I kind of liked her.
So the mom with the sister.
The sister I like too, Addison Riecke, who was in...
She's fine,
The Wild.
She's fine, but I just think that humor was too much. It was like a
Sure.
one long ass joke because they all have like really sort of adult, mature dialogue that isn't really something we would consider appropriate for like a mom and her children to have.
Sure.
Because they talk about sex.
Yeah, they lean very heavily into it, but it was. That's probably where I got more of my chuckles than...
I'm not going to say that this isn't a good movie. I'm sure there are people, maybe young people, who find it very appealing, but this film didn't seem fresh and youthful to me. So I'm not quite sure who it's for. That being said, I would give this film 2 out of 5 stars.
I kind of wanted to do 1.5 out of 5, but then that would kind of connote that I have a major problem with it. I don't. I think it's just kind of a little bland and a bit basic, but 2 out of 5 I think is fair.
All right. Thanks.